Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I'm so happy and excited to be sitting in Sacred Circle with each and every one of you this evening. And so, hello, Richard. I see Richard is here. So, just let's take a moment. It is, the 22nd of August already. You know, it's just August is flying by so fast. And hello, Ruth. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this sacred circle. Oh, yes. Everyone take a deep breath. And let's just relax for a moment. So how did your day go? And I just want to say, survived. I mean, we survived, but, just we came through. We had Hurricane Henry come by and visit us today. And we're all doing really good. We're really fortunate here. I'm trying to watch my wording because it's just, but very grateful that we didn't get the full force impact. But Rhode Island next to us, our neighbor, was not as fortunate. But so what I want to do is for all of us to just take a moment and let's just we're going to send some love and some light and some healing to help anyone, any area and anyone affected in a negative way from Hurricane Henry. And so that's what we'll do is right now is we'll just send some love and light to help them to rebalance with grace and ease, those without power, that their power is restored quickly. All right, and so let's do that. And to help us during this moment, I'm going to play the 432 tuning fork. And so I'm going to get a couple things. So let's take a deep breath and let's just shine your heart light, your sacred heart light out in all places that need it right now. You can direct it specifically if you want to think of a map in your head, the United States, and just send it to the Northeast. And you could do that as well, or anyone, because even the southern states are getting flooding. I think Tennessee, or just I've read some. But anyway, all those affected. And we don't have to limit it to just the United States. Let's to everyone around the world. Ooh. Oh, there we go. And to help us too, being in balance and harmony, that's the 432 is like the sacred heart frequency, that tone, that 432 hertz. And this is the solar plexus one. It's the 126 hertz. It's supposed to be for your solar plexus. So I want to do this one as well. This one has a little deeper solar plexus. Ooh. I want to have some hang time. Yeah, there we go. feel that coming through, like the golden white light just shining through front to back through your solar plexus. And why the solar plexus in the heart? Because the solar plexus is compassion. The sacred heart is love. And we are the holy sacred union of love and compassion, the Christus Sophia consciousness. That one made you burp. That's good, Veronica. Right, just burp it up. Burp up what's not for your highest and greatest. Just burp up what no longer serves you, right? And so that's great. Just do that. Burp it up. Burp it up. Hello, Wendy. And for those of you joining, thank you so much. You can watch live from the YouTube channel, from Rumble. And so I just wanted to shout out to all of those watching, no matter how you're watching. And here's my website, whitesagewoman.com, even those that's going to watch in the archives. Okay, so there you go. And Super Space Cookie. Hi, Sarah. I love your shirt. So pretty. Thank you. Right? It's bling bling. It's got bling bling. It's got bling bling. I know. We like shiny objects, right? Squirrel, shiny objects. Anyway, so thank you, Sarah. And so here's the thing too, is that we get these warnings when weather's coming in. So what was really beautiful was that this morning, I always go through my day, is my morning time is ritualistic. But I like it that way because it helps. You got to take care of your sacred space, and taking care of your sacred space first, and then sending that out in all directions, taking care of, let's expand that sacred space to your neighborhood, to your community, and see how far that goes. So it's really interesting. I don't know if Amy's going to join us tonight. Hello, Robin. I know Amy's been busy and hasn't been able to catch a live show in a while. But Amy, all you know Amy Lash, she is one of our VIPs as well. She lives in Connecticut, and she had messaged me this morning. And so I was like, well, you can join me. Let's send love and light out. So pretty much just even where you are, practice that. And I went outside the morning before it really started to pick up. It was starting to. It was raining and windy, and I do rituals outside no matter what the weather is. And so here I am, the dog's at the door before I am, like, come on, crazy lady, I want to go inside. I had to let him in and finish, but I was soaking wet, but I didn't care. I was just like, okay, sending love and light out, and just visualizing now all the light pillars. Remember the crystal light pillars I've asked y'all to plant? Well, I plant them all around town. And so the thing is that we're going to use these pillars that we plant as reflectors, or even as antennas, to broadcast the light that we shine. So by me standing out there and shining the bright direct, in all directions, and connecting to those crystal light pillars that you esoterically were just, you visualize, and you're planting it energetically. All right, please know, even though you don't see it, know that it's very powerful, and it is multidimensional pillars that we are planting here. For those, maybe you're just hearing this, don't plant them in a traffic area. No cars, no people. You want to plant them in a non-traffic area. So by me doing that, I didn't realize that. I realized this morning when in putting it out there, that I saw that the energy was going to all of the light pillars, the crystal light pillars that I had planted around town. And then it formed like this plasma dome over this area. And then Amy joined in, and she strengthened it. And then, so it's so beautiful. And all the other light workers, just you send in love and light, you add and contribute to your neighborhood, to your community. You might not even realize what you're doing, but we are very powerful when we do that. That's why I say keep shining brightly, because you don't know who is near you in your community or in your area that's doing the same thing. And when you do them multiple times, and then you're linking up with other soul tribe and other light workers that's doing the same thing, it makes it even more powerful. All right. And so I was able to see, and then to see this beautiful dome. And I didn't realize, but it was like I was guided to, and I don't do this every day. I do this like once a week, but this morning, because of everything, I was like, you know what? I'm going to, while I still have the computer and everything up, and so I went ahead and I have some sound frequencies, kind of like the hertz, but I have different ones. And I was like, I'm going to play these tones, these sounds. I'm going to play them, and I'm just going to sit and let these frequencies go, vibrate through me. And just going to meditation while I was doing that. And while doing that, I could feel Hurricane Henry coming in. And it's interesting because how the hurricane is swirling. But Henry came as a dragon. The face, I saw like it just all transform into like this dragon. And I had a conversation. I was like, well, hello, Henry. Hello, the energy of hello. Because it's really a weather element. It's an elemental working with nature, with this planet. And so I was like, okay, working with harmony. I was like, hello, working in peace and harmony, really. It's got to cleanse. And I was like, so you're here to cleanse. Yes, I'm cleansing. And I was like, okay, so just love, just pumping love. And it's like, if anyone is choosing this hurricane to leave their physical bodies, to ascend, can it please be swift and with grace and ease? That's what I put out there. All right. I'm not going to ask you to change your direction, because Mother Earth knows exactly what needs to happen. And so I'm not going to stand in the way. What I'm going to do is inject it with love and say, if, someone chooses, and they do, to leave because of this, may it be peaceful, swift, and with grace and ease. And it's kind of like a handshake. Deal. Love responds to love. All right. Whatever you present is returned to you. So if you're fearful about weather, you're angry about weather, that makes a target for you. It just, like with anything negative, right? It's just like it's going to come to you. And that's how it's going to be received. You're going to receive it negatively. And so if we just approach everything with love and light, it's smooth. The energy will be smooth around us. So I hope I explained that in a good way to kind of help you, because it never wants to. There's always a plan, so much bigger and better than we can see. And yes, I know that the weather has been manipulated, but let me tell you something. When it's from the source, it's so powerful and can't be manipulated. And that's what we're connecting into. All right. And it can bypass these crazy people who think that they can control the weather. Yeah, right. Okay. You think that. But it can be bypassed, and it can be most definitely overseen, overridden. Thank you. I'm looking for the words. Overridden. Yes, it can be overridden. All right. Love always wins. Nothing more powerful than holy divine love. Nothing. All right. And so know that. All right. Let me catch up here on some of these. Well, hello, Carol. How you doing? She's just so gentle, and she just slips right in. Hello. Veronica, I put them near trees. I've been urged to do a lot lately. Veronica, that's great. And yes, near trees is the best, is very, very good, because we're putting them near these elder beings. Trees are elder beings. And so when we place them, excuse me, let me grab a look here. when we're placing them near these trees, it's even more powerful and work together in harmony. And so, but if you don't have trees, please, I don't want that to stop you from planting them. Just put them in a place, grass near a building or something where it's not going to interfere. Like I said, with you don't want someone running into it, whether it's in a car or vehicle or even in walking. I wouldn't put it in the middle of a pathway. Always kind of like put it off to the side. You are planting this. All right, so act like you're planting a tree. Where would you put it? Exactly, and that's the comparison of it's like a crystal tree. And so, thank you, Veronica, for for that. And so I know a lot of us are doing that. I've asked y'all to plant them, and I know a lot of you are doing that, and keep doing that. And this is what sharing this experience with you, showing you how. Now this is great. Then when we shine our light out, it acts as reflective, as an antenna, as a booster for our light. Oh, isn't that great? It's just so amazing. Oh, thank you, Richard, for your super sticker. So sweet. And did I say they changed your hours, your shift? Let me see something here. We're going to start a new time at work, 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. at the end of the month. Oh, you'll have to watch the replays now. Overnight, though. But you might like that. I didn't realize that they would have a third shift there. But I guess so. You can get a lot of things done when customers aren't in the store, right? So, well, I hope that is, Richard, I hope that for you, that is a promotion, because you completely deserve that. So totally deserve that. So I hope that's a promotion for you. So, yeah. Wow. So amazing. So amazing. So see, we are finding out more and more about how powerful we are, and we get these validations and confirmation. That's why I shared that with you, because I didn't even realize that these crystal light pillars that we're planting acts as these amplifiers, not just for us, but for other light workers too. So we can also, if there's another one in the area that we aren't aware of, we'll find it, and then it helps just amplify the light. So, wow, powerful, powerful, powerful. And it's beautiful. We're making a difference, even if you can't see it. And there's something, there's something that my committee, my team wanted me to address with each of you this evening too. That was brought up and during the week. And before I get to that, I do want to say something. Melissa Parks was supposed to be my special guest this evening, but she's had an emergency meeting with the school board, okay? Because the school system is getting kind of crazy. So she's actually on a meeting with parents, because the parents are going to get together and meet with the school board or the school or whoever's making some ridiculous mandates and some new emergency, new rules, new rulings. So they're being very, very on it and diligent in making sure you got to fight and protect the kids, or stand up with love. I don't want to say fight, because that's a different energy altogether. And I think that's one of the biggest things we have been misguided on, is you're either going to fight, you're going to join that 3D arena. Fighting is in the 3D. Loving is in a much higher. And I know that it's kind of like, but light workers have had to learn to, and when we even say, I'm a spiritual warrior, the warriors learned that war is the very, very last option ever. We should always stay in peace, and that love wins. Love rules, love wins, and that's the option that we must choose. And so that's even more powerful. All right, so there you go. And so I'm glad that Melissa's doing that, but she was going to join me. So she'll be my special guest in September. but we'll do something fun together. So I know when she watches in the replay, shout out to you. Love you, Missy. Of course, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. But I just thought that I wanted to mention that in case, because some of you may have seen that she didn't have a show Friday, and that I asked her, and I'm so grateful for that, to celebrate. My youngest son turned 29, and we went to celebrate his birthday. And I didn't think it was going to be back in time, so I appreciate that. But we got to spend time with our families, most definitely, and those that we love. So, yeah. Hello, Kristen. How are you doing? Oh, hello, Linnell. Linnell, hey, how you doing? Super Space Cookie. That's a big reason why we decided to homeschool this year, and I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you did. Whew. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you did, Sarah. And it's yeah. It's it's not. I'm going to tell you, it's not easy, but it's not impossible either. And so I homeschooled. We homeschooled I homeschooled. I was a teacher, but we homeschooled. It was a decision that you should make as a couple, because one person's going to work and the other person's not. Although being a mother is work and raising kids, and schooling is just an extension of that. We should be teaching them anyway, right? We're guardians of these beautiful beings coming in, and we should be teaching them. It doesn't stop at a certain age. And so we're bringing things back into perspective, bring things back into, and I know that things have gotten so inflated to live cost wise, and that it's, oh my goodness, you both have to work to have anything nice. And then, well, you do it for the kids, but the kids really don't care too much, even if they act like they're materialistic. They really just want to be loved. They want to be near their parents. They want attention from one or both of them. You get what I'm saying. So it's if they feel like they're pushed off to the side, in a parent's mind, you think like, I'm doing what's best for this child by putting, providing a nice home, putting food on the table. But whatever we tell ourselves, all the kid wants is attention. Yes, all these other things are nice, and this is where conversation needs to come in, and everyone being honest and expressing. So we did make that sacrifice. Yeah, we didn't have the best things, and it was okay, and it was all right, because our family was together, and I knew that it was the right thing. It was the right choice for us. Okay, and for us, it might, and we've always had that choice in the past. But right now, the way things are ramping up, and people's lost their mind. Let me ask you a question. How many of you think common sense is dead? That common sense has died? Do you feel that way? Do you feel like people have lost their mind? Yes, we got to be extra careful, extra diligent, and most definitely. And you can socialize and still homeschool. I mean, that's one of the biggest lies, is that you can't socialize. I'm sorry. I know adults who don't like to socialize. You shouldn't force people to socialize. It could make them snap. That's just another big thing. Because if you're not feeding the machine that was controlling us, it's an outdated machine. If you're not feeding, the pharmaceutical company, if you're not feeding, fortunately, who runs schools and who set them up, you'll be surprised on who started the schools. Actually, you won't be surprised. So it's the big financial controllers who have fallen and are still falling. Yay. All right. And I'm sorry, when I went to school, when I went to high school, I thought I was in prison. I thought I was in boot camp. Uh, what was that? Delinquent boot camp or something, or just like, I did something wrong, detention type of thing. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all, And I actually just was like, okay, remember the old song, Welcome to the Jungle? I really felt that way about school. And when you have to be fearful for your life and bullying and everything else, that's the reality of it. And I tell you, my mother was from a time, that whole time of the 50s, the 60s of love your school, and school was like a musical, and oh, it was so great and glamorous, and it was not like that when the time I got to school. It was not like that at all. I really felt like you had to fight to survive, and I just mind my own business, did what I need to do, and get the heck out. And quite honestly, though, I skipped my 10th and 11th grade. I was very rarely there. You can find me on the beach, which I'm surprised my parents never caught on to what I was doing. But anyway. Oh, yes, Richard, why I said that is because the big financial controllers who set out all these rules for us, and this created everything that we live in, the systems, they created the medical like it is now. It's not a healthcare system, it's a sick care system. They keep you in a state of sickness. The school systems, the whole idea of schools, and that your child is really about money. The fact that they can turn around and rewrite history and make new school books, which a lot of them has been caught doing, and give our kids a totally different history. Brainwashing. It's a part of brainwashing. Okay? And so if you can stay on top of everything, then that's great. It's just going to take a little bit more. It's going to take more attention. Am I telling you all to pull your kids out of school? No, you've got to do what's right for you. What I'm asking you as parents, we have to be more diligent, pay more attention to what's going on, pay more attention to what your child is being exposed to. All right? And that's what I'm asking you to do. All right, and the food, and I think I said what schools, and they'll try to control the food. So let me catch up here on some of these lovely comments from all of you I love so much. Let's see. Okay. Robin, my daughter's special needs teacher for public schools. Let me tell you, the teachers are going through hell. We need to send them love. Yes, Robin, there's a lot of good teachers. Let me just say, there's good and bad people, no matter what the profession is. We got that, right? And so they're good teachers, and it always seems like the one or two bad people try to, don't let it ruin for everyone, because there are some good teachers. But what they're asking their teachers to do, too, is crazy. And the kids just want to play with other kids. They don't have recess last year. That's not good. You've got to let them be kids. And they're starting to take away, pay attention, when they want to take away art, recess, what are they trying to make them become? Little robots? And fill them full of information that, I'm sorry, I don't use algebra to this day. Math. Now, don't get me wrong, I love numbers, but I didn't like the way that they were, some of those things. Oh, no. Let's see. Super Space Cookie also is loving it. The program we chose, we can bump him up a grade if he excels. Very good, Sarah. I love that. Richard, we need to unplug and be with family. We really do. And by us doing that, we show we're making a difference and we're showing what's important to us. Okay? Veronica, I'd be very around. Yes, being very aware of my surroundings to stay safe. Good, Veronica. Continue to do that. Amy, we were just talking about you earlier about what we did and sending love and light out to Hurricane Henry and how Henry came by. We said hello. Had some coffee and some cookies together, and he must have liked the cookies, and then he took off. So, just kidding. Anyway, let's see. Wendy, yes, indeed. I think people have lost their minds. I know, right? So angry. I'm amazed. They don't see it either. It's like so unreasonable to me. I know, Wendy. And when you come across someone like that, you really have to pick and choose your battles. It's not worth it. They will never see what you're trying to say or understand your point of view. All they want to do is just defend themselves. And just back off. It's not worth it. And just let them stay in their little big top energy. Little spinny energy, whatever. But I know you just, this is why I try not to go out in public too much. But you go on social media and then you still see it. And that's the thing I was getting to, and then I got sidetracked. They're wheeling me back. Come back. Shiny object squirrels. So it's one of the things is that I know we've talked about this before. The warning about false prophets. We've always, more and more and more. And that in order so bad's going to infiltrate, and we know this, to come in, spy, put trolls in, and even put teachers in to teach the wrong thing, to give misinformation. We know about that. We know about the false gurus, the fakes, whatever. It's again everywhere. Well, just as they've done that to us, there are good people that will infiltrate and go into the dark to learn their ways to turn it against them. Anyway, and I think all of us has done our walk through hell and back, maybe a couple times. Can we do that again? No. Anyway, and so as as we're saying, turn off TV, get off cable, stop watching the news, start more and more the spirituality. You got to be careful there too. Always put it through the feelers. Does it feel right? Does this resonate within me? Am I going off like a tuning fork? When you hear the truth, your whole body vibrates. When you hear something that's like make you go like, what? Oh, I don't like how that feels. Back off immediately. Now, I have learned a lot and expanded a lot. I've learned a lot of things too. Something that you learn new, and it's like, it doesn't give you that immediate ich. Instead, it makes you go, wow, I never considered that. That's different. You're learning something and you're expanding. I'm talking about when you hear something and you feel it in the pit of your stomach and you're like, no, this is not right. This is not right for me, and I'm going to walk away. And so now with people turning into listening to several things. There's a lot of truth coming out there. There's a lot of, I do consider myself a spiritual patriot. But some of the patriot sites, you got to be careful, right? You just got to be careful, and just follow your instincts and where to go. And I feel like sometimes too, though, it can be the same thing. If the dark sees that more and more people are going to light platforms, let's send some imposters in there. Let's spend some dark trolls in there. Let's try to get in there. We all know this. Just again, be careful, because they will leave you confused, dazed and confused. All right, and so just it's just as a warning. Amy, okay, and I'm catching up now. So some of the comments. So Let's see, Amy. There was a lot I didn't like about school, but my son loves it. If that changes, I'm bringing him home for homeschooling. Yes, but you're very aware of your son, Amy. You totally know what's going on with him, and that's great too. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and yes, Richard, they do. They want to. Yeah. All of us. They want to do that to all of us. Really, so look at how do you take down the community? You know what has happened to our elders? Our elders were considered with the utmost respect and revere our elders. And what's happened? They get stuck in these senior communities. Their families push them away. Not saying everybody does that here, but sometimes families push them away, or they. And then they go to these centers, these homes, and then they usually end up getting drugged up, and they're numb, and they're just sitting there. That's not living. And that is taking our history away from us, beyond just, of course, their family, part of our families, the glue in our family. But they have a lot of wisdom with them that they've just tried to eliminate. Now, okay, so you can see that their plans to attack all of us in different ways. Attack the elderly, attack the kids, you dumb down the parents, then who's left are the kids. So they try to, and you can see how it all plays out. And just know, I'm not going to participate in any of that. Veronica, same with the aged care system here. Care is not the priority. Yes, right? Right? Yeah. Right, ADHD. Yeah, as a matter of fact, think about this, is like one of our VIP shows. It was Melissa, Carol Ann, myself. Was I forgetting Ruth? We talked about this, right? We talked about. Oh no, I think Ruth was watching. We talked about schools and a very loose and secure environment, because our VIP show is only for our VIPs. It's not aired publicly. So let me take this little moment here to, if you would like to become one of our VIPs, there's two ways to join. You can join through Patreon, or you can join through the YouTube channel. It says join. That's what you're joining, is our VIP group. Just do one or the other, because they have the same perks. So if you already are a VIP through Patreon, that's great. Stay there. We love you. And if you're a VIP on YouTube, great. So just choose one. And the VIP shows, and there's one this Tuesday night, actually. It's 2 Tuesdays nights a month at 8 p.m. Is a special show that's just for you guys. So it's only available to our VIPs on Patreon or YouTube. And so, and we let our hair down a little bit more, and we can talk without feeling like we have to carefully watch our words. All right. So let's see. Robin, I did not like school. I skipped most of high school. I finally got my GED. I did go to hair school and complete it. Very good. You went to hair school, and you did complete hair school. So you weren't a beauty school dropout? I'm kidding. Yeah, I skipped a lot of it too, but I did get through. Yeah, I have to tell you, my senior year, I hustled. I went to night school. I buckled down. People were shocked because they were like, hey, we're going to go hang out at the beach today. Nope, I'm going to school and I'm getting out of here. I did graduate on time. But I have to tell you, some of the people that I hung out with, they did not. They didn't graduate till the next year. But I was like, I'm getting it done. I went to night school. I worked my butt off and got out of there. So let's see. Richard, I grew up with my grandmother. That's beautiful. I think that is, Richard, because I find that, you have that beautiful wisdom that right, the elders in the family have. Yeah, so let's see. I think I'm caught up now. Sarah, let's see. These jobs are causing family division. It has happened to my family. So sad. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And it's, you know, if something were to happen to you in your job, how fast would they replace you? If something were to happen to you, how fast would your family replace you? We're talking two different things here, right? Your job will find a replacement. Your coworkers may go, oh, wow, and be upset. But no one's going to be upset like your friends and your family, like your family and your friends, right? Oh, Robin, yep. I didn't get to see my mother when she was in the hospital. We were not allowed. The hospital not let me in. I felt like I should have fought more. It was evil. Robin, I understand that. But let me tell you, your mother's glad you didn't do that because it would have put you in a spotlight. It would have not worked out so good. That's one thing I do not like right now. And that's one of the big places, unfortunately, right now, I would avoid. I will die in my home before I go to an ER or anywhere. If I'm in the street in an accident, whatever, just let me die right here. No. And that's, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. But yes, it was her time. You knew that. You knew that. And the thing is that we want to always physically be by the side of our loved one when that moment that they cross over. But that's not always possible. And Robin, I understand that. When my mom was in the hospital, we knew it was her time too. We stayed with her as much as we could. But she crossed over in her sleep. It was early morning, which is when they usually do. Early morning time. No one's there, no visitors. But you know what? A lot of the family does want to do that. They don't want to burden the family. They want to just slip off peacefully, right? And they know that they are surrounded by their family's love. That's always around them, and they know that. And especially when loved ones on the other side are coming to them, and they're like, oh, okay. And so they know and see so much more. And so, yeah, but it always seems like they choose those times to finally unplug, right, from their physical bodies. So, and we kind of go, well, gosh, I wanted to be there and hold her hand. I wanted to be there at that moment as she took the last breath. And you hear these stories and you're like, that's beautiful. I wish I could have done that. Everyone's different. And it might not have been what our moms wanted, right, Robin? Our moms were fine with that. So everyone's different. And they're going to go just the way that, to some degree, yeah. But it's, and that's something too, is we're having to come to understand. There's going to be a better, clear understanding of death. It is a transformation. It's ascending. Listen, everyone is ascending. This whole ascension process, everyone is ascending. It's just how they're going to ascend. They're going to ascend in their physical body, or are they going to leave their bodies and continue with ascension? So I think that's something that is misunderstood. A lot of people don't understand is like, if you're working hard to keep your body healthy and in alignment to receive all this light, and then, and everyone's different too. I don't know how far I'm gonna take this body. Are we gonna take it just to the fifth dimension? Or are we gonna go higher, fifth, sixth, seventh, and beyond? Will the bodies be able to hold that? This is something new. This is something really, what my committee and the guardians on some of them that come through and give some information is that this is new for everyone, because usually, yes, they can have a physical appearance, but it's also a different makeup. So this is exciting. It hasn't been done before. Yes, you've had the physical bodies with all the strands of DNA activated, but they have to do something common to the 3D. They have to alter their state of being. All right, but so now the third and fourth dimension is imploding, is being done away with. So this is fun, exciting. Yeah, yeah. Let's look at it as fun and exciting and new, because we're all learning together, right? Yay! So, Sarah, I meant the blank has cost. Yeah, I know, Sarah. I try not to say that word live, but yes, I know exactly what you mean. And that's, right now, I will say this. I feel sorry for those in the medical field who are being forced to do things against their will. That right there, how does that make you feel? How free do you feel? That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna be careful with my words. I don't want to get put in YouTube jail. Carol Ann. Hi, Carol Ann. Happy Sunday. Reading the comments and enjoying. Oh, thanks, Carol Ann. So glad you're here. Let's see. In my family also, Sarah, do not want to say anymore. Yeah, right, Robin. We got to be careful. Tiffany, you're rocking those sequins. Oh, thank you. Carol Ann, you're so sweet. So you know what? It's like, we save these outfits and things for special occasions, and it's like, quite honestly, I haven't gone anywhere special occasion wise. It made me think about a Friday when we went to go celebrate son's birthday, and I'm just like, so look at we like clothes, we like to look nice, and we have these things, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna start wearing them around the house. I don't care. That's right, I look nice. No, you just, sometimes you get tired of wearing your day pajamas, night pajamas. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna dress nice. Do it for you. Wendy, let's see. I had to tell my mother it was time for her to go. She was holding on and on and on. She was in lots of pain. She passed away the next day. Yes, Wendy, yes, yeah. That will happen too. When they hold on, and you give them permission that it's okay to go. Say that, it's okay. Because mothers will do that. Well, will they be okay? And that's the thing, and that's the conversation that I get to have with my sons. I don't care how old you are. We're going to always treat you like you're 5. No. We're going to always be concerned about our loved ones, and are they going to be okay? Of course, we're so much more powerful too, in our higher self, and so it can help so much more. But yeah, I understand that a lot of you, they can hang on. We also have to come to that realization too, that that they're grown. You gotta let them live their life and make their choices. And so yeah. Amy, I was with my mom. The nurse said to give her permission. And I did, and she finally felt she could move on, and I witnessed her do that. Isn't that beautiful, Amy? Yes. Aww. I am loving that the nurse said that to you, that give her permission. Yes. Aww. I love that. Caroline, I just got a Facebook jail for the 6th time. 4 times in 30 days each. I know, Caroline. Thank you. Wear it, you look fab. Oh, thanks, Caroline. Thank you. Looking fabulous, Richard. Oh, thank you, Richard. You're so sweet. Thank you. Y'all are great. Well, it's hard sometimes to We just can't let people goad us. And sometimes it's like I said, Carolyn. It seems like the death of common sense. Hello? Where did it go? Where did it go? The funny thing is, I think that's an old book. I have one of my grandfather's books. Who wrote that? Was that Thomas Paine? Who wrote The Death of Common Sense a long time ago? And I'm laughing going, they felt that way then. How would they feel now? Where am I? Oh, God. Everyone's a whiner now. I can't take the truth. Yeah, I know. I had a question about light language up in the comments somewhere. Oh, you did. Did I miss a question, Veronica? Oh, no. Robin, you're a bad girl, Carolyn. She's not bad. She speaks her truth. And if that makes us bad, there's something wrong in society. If speaking your truth is bad. Let me go find your question, Veronica. Let me scroll up. I'm sorry, I missed your question. Oh! Okay, yep, Veronica. I see it now, hon. I had a vivid dream where I was gifted a homemade light language book. It was called Carnia. Not sure I heard the word right. A light language book. It was called Carnia. That sounds very familiar. Carnia. All right, I'm going to take my mind out of it now. Let me tune into Carnia. I think that sounds like is that one of those? That is a cool dream, isn't it? No, that was Narnia. It was Narnia, not Carnia. But you see how the rhyme, but it's the energy that's feeling like the same thing to me. That's what's the energy vibration. So it was a light language book. I'm not sure I heard the word right. Yeah, so that is the name of a light language book. It is the name Carnia, and I want you to sit with that and sit more with that. This is one of your I'm trying to find the right words. One of your galactic family members from a different system. They're here talking. They're communicating with you. And how do we communicate? Light language, right? They're helping you to remember who you are. This is really great about the times now that we're in. I know it seems like there's so much chaos, but know this, that in a chess game of dark and light has already won, but we can't see the board. All we see are the two players sitting there. But if we could focus on the board, you could see that there's probably like 5 moves left, but light wins. And it's always for, light's going to win no matter what. But so we can't see stuff happening behind the scenes from a 3D or 4D level. But when we meditate, when we connect with our higher self, our higher 12th dimensional self, and we can see the whole picture, we see, the light has won. The frequency fence of keeping us here is gone. It is dissolving. They're correcting me. It's not completely gone, but it is dissolving. It is dissolving. It is dissolving. So what that means is that people who have been trapped here in reincarnation are being reconnected with galactic family members they haven't seen. To us in a long time. To them, it hasn't been that long. But they're happy to have you back. So we were, by our non-human and human controllers, we were controlled in this frequency fence. And that's the Carol Ann, I love that Walter told you not to get caught up in reincarnation. That is only in this planet and solar system. No other. They don't. That's what I'm saying. The death doesn't. They are it. My committee members who are galactic, I can feel their energy. They get confused by why we would choose to experience all of this and to experience so much pain, and that death it is so much more beautiful than we realize. It's not a bad thing, but that we choose, and a lot of us chose to come in here. So we couldn't get out. We couldn't jump the frequency fence. We had to keep coming back in reincarnation. But we did jump the frequency fence if we have connected with our higher self. And we do that. We may have forgotten, but we get into meditation and we start connecting with our higher self. We're jumping that frequency fence. As long as we get to the fifth dimension and higher, we were jumping the frequency fence. This was why meditation was so important to do that, had been pushed to, because you're jumping the frequency fence of entrapment. Now, it didn't last too long, right? But you could at least do it. Now, anyone could come in. So we had Galactic Star Brothers. We had people know what was happening. And this should actually increase your belief system in God and source. And people think, well, what about God? Well, God is stagnant, beautiful, powerful energy. And there's so many workers, parts of, creations of, and parts of, like we are, of this divinity. All right. And they help apply with the action. So a call went out to help Earth, to help Tara, to help Gaia, to help the planet ascend, to help save humanity. So starseeds that came in knew they were going to be stuck in the reincarnation. So how do they come? Anyone can come in. Anyone can come in through a woman's womb. A woman's womb is a portal. It is a sacred portal. It shouldn't be cheapened or made to seem anything less than that. It is a very sacred portal. And so that's how anyone can come in. But to come out, they have to remember their divinity. And that's why the meditation was suggested, to help you reconnect with your higher self and to remember your divinity. And all of us who has remembered our divinity, no more. We're jumping the frequency fence all the time. But they're coming down now and taking down this frequency fence are the guardians and high dimensional beings, and even beings on this planet that went to sleep. And they have woken up now, because when we reached a certain level as light workers in ascension, it's a sound, it's a frequency, and it sounded a clarion call to guardians right here on this earth plane that were dormant, and they woke up in March. And so all of this is going to make sense within this next year. By the end of this year, a lot of darkness is still coming to the light. More things will be revealed. And so it's just no in your sacred heart center that everything is going to be so much better. It really is. All right. And so let's see. Light language. Melissa had made it for me. Hold on. Did I miss something? I had a question. Right, Melissa had made it for me. Melissa made you a light language book? Is that what you're saying? Yes, Carol Ann, very vivid. Time is fluid, not linear. Exactly. Progressive in the celestial realms. People didn't know that. Yes, Carol Ann, right. Watch the movie Soul. I heard reincarnation is a lower vibration energy. Wendy, yeah, and in that, it's Disney movie Soul. they show you the controllers. Symbolism, the symbolism for the control is all in that movie. Is all in that movie. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you for this. Oh no, you're well. Walter is the bomb. Walter is that's why he I love our guys. They give us what we need. And they are protective. And so there you go. Yay. Yep, she made the book and other gifts. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, in the dream, that is. Oh, gotcha. Awesome. Well, yeah, Melissa is, yeah, very celestial. And so, yeah, that's beautiful. So it all ties together. So you're probably from the same area then. You see how we all come together. And even if we're not from the same realm, we're all one. This, Source and God, it's the law of oneness. We're coming back to that law of oneness. And look, every day what's getting fed to us is something to divide us, divide and separate, control, divide, separate, tear you down. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. How many times did they have to repeat this nonsense? All right? No. We're stronger. We're done. We're done with all this BS. All right? We're done. No more. No. So, yeah. All right. Well, this hour has gone by so fast. So, Veronica, though, that is the name because there's a celestial being that came through. Really tall, beautiful, blue being. All right. Kind of like blue, green, like a teal, blue, green, shimmery type of color with this person. Very, very beautiful. That's joining your team, your committee, okay? And all of us know this, that all of our guides, we have high vibrational angels, okay? Not the fourth dimensional angels. They were part of the illusion and control. The high, just always call in for your highest and greatest. The holy, there you go. Put holy in front of it. I want the holy angels, high vibrational. I want holy beings, high vibrational. Bam. All right. Protect your team, protect your committees, your guides, and listen. It's all, the truth is all inside your Sacred Heart Center. All right. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you explaining this. I learned something new too. This is what they're sharing with me. So I'm grateful for that. But I love that more and more of us are really going to find out. We were wondering where our origin was. Well, we're all from Source, but it's nice to know that a lot of us did leave. And this is the stretchy thing to stretch and expand your mind. We left our galactic families to come here. And when you think about how many families we've had in these past lives, your mind can't handle that, right? But it's huge. So we've all been around each other for so long in so many different aspects. All right. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I'm glad thank you for joining in. Oh, thank you so much. Next week, I do have a special guest, Reverend Lee Chapin. Remember Reverend Lee? She's taking a break from her shows this summer. So Inspiration from Spirit was her show. She will be on next Sunday with me. So it'll be fun to do some catching up, and she'll do some channeling. She channels Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. And so she's writing another book about Sarah, channel messages from their daughter, Sarah. So very interesting. Tune in next week. And as always, thank you so much. Love to each and every one of you. Remember to keep shining brightly. And where we go one, we go all. Good night, everyone.